First, securely grip the G3 trigger and only place your thumb in the ready position prior to activating the blast. The thumb must be placed in the proper location in order to easily actuate the G3 trigger safety flap. Place the thrust management brace pad securely and comfortably against the chest or as close as possible. The blast hose should be under the same arm that is gripping the G3 trigger deadman. Then, as comfortably as possible, draw the blast hose close to the body. In the horizontal blasting position, the thrust pad is set onto the operator's chest, diverting the thrust away from their hands and arms. This allows the operator to comfortably blast in an up and down motion with little fatigue. In the same position, the operator is capable of a left to right motion with the same level of comfort. Blasting the floor has never been easier. With the thrust pad being on the operator's chest, they can comfortably sweep left and right with a slight shift of their midsection. Also notice the blast pattern in this position. With BABS as an extension, the operator can now cover more distance on the blast pattern than before. Here is an example of how some operators use BABS to blast the bottom side of some objects. By placing the thrust pad on their thigh or hip, they can direct their blast pattern in an upward direction while still enjoying the benefits of less fatigue. Not only does BABS provide a less stressful experience, it gives the operator more control of the blasting process, which promotes higher productivity as the operator is more comfortable. Blasting overhead has always been the most stressful job for any blaster. BABS directs all thrust to the operator's body instead of only their hands and arms contending with the constant force from the blast nozzle. These are only a few examples of how BABS can assist you in creating a safer, more comfortable, and more productive workspace. You'll get one BABS short rail base assembly, which fits onto most brands of blast hoses, sized 3/4 inch to 1 1/2 inch ID. The size of the blast hose determines the size of the blast hose grippers to be used. The grippers come uninstalled, and in this video we are using the appropriate ones for a 1-inch hose. You'll get also one G3 trigger deadman, which is available in either electric or pneumatic, with a 2 or 3 position options available. Also included is one thrust management brace assembly. There's 2 safety pins, which are included to complete the installation process. Also shown, side grip handle, which is mounted on the rail base assembly. Here are the steps for the assembly. Step 1. Insert 2 of the appropriately sized blast hose grippers into each side of the BABS rail base assembly. Step 2. Install the G3 trigger deadman onto the base. Use the hash marks on the rail to properly align it, and then lock it into position with the locking knob. Step 3. Install the thrust management brace assembly as shown by sliding it onto the rail base assembly. This component is marked with an L or an R for left and right and can be installed either way to suit the blaster. Step 4. Open the Babs short rail system to install the hose. Place the blast hose in the middle of the assembly with the nozzle holder situated near the Babs assembly end. Close the two halves over the hose, engaging the center latch to hold the two halves in position. Then swing the main two latches with the T-shaped ends into the slots. Then swing the latch arms over to clamp the assembly together. Step 5. Install the safety pins into position as shown. Accessories are available to add to the assembly. One being the side grip, which slides onto the base using the hash marks for proper alignment. Lock the side grip into place using the locking knob. The side grip handle can be adjusted by unscrewing the handle and swinging it into the desired position. Tighten the handle to lock it into place. The grippers come uninstalled. Here is how you install the blast hose grippers. First, pinch the snap lock on the gripper and place it into the gripper receiver area. Make sure the gripper snaps into place. There are 4 sets of blast hose grippers available to fit your blast hose. Each Babs order comes standard with grippers M2, M3, and M4. M1 is sold separately. How to clean your electric G3 trigger deadman. Check your trigger deadman for cracks. Periodically inspect your G3 trigger deadman to ensure the trigger and safety flap are working properly. Make sure the trigger drops on its own and releases. Make sure the safety flap works and springs back into place. Remove all screws if the module needs to be removed and cleaned. Remove the module to check for debris. Carefully blow out any grit, abrasives, or debris to clean the inside of the trigger deadman with an air source from the worksite provided air. Put the module back into place. Screw all screws back into place and check for proper sealing to keep grit out. Recheck operation. If the trigger drops on its own and safely springs back into place, your G3 Trigger Deadman is ready for service.
This unit is capable of blasting both dry, as it is standard Schmidt blasting controls, but it's also capable of blasting wet should you require a wet blast for dust suppression.
I really like it compared to the competitors out there. Competitors blast equipment. I mean, it keeps us clean. You know, it removes the paint, removes the rust. The ability to switch from blasting to wash down to air without stopping up the blasters is amazing. You know, I would definitely use this on the cruise. You know, as an alternative to where we can't blast with just sand.
Anti-fast is actually very simple, easy to regulate. All the components are very simple. You can fine tune it to your specifications. That's the thing I like about it.
The Schmidt Amphi-Blast is also different from other products in the market in that you have a wide variety of abrasives that'll run through this. Our experience has shown that about any abrasive that'll run through a dry blast unit, you can run through this unit as well, both dry and wet. This video is going to show you with us blasting with sodium bicarbonate, with walnut shell, with 36 garnet, and then a coarse coal slag. Blast is also different from other products in the market, and you have a wide variety of abrasives that'll run through this. Our experience has shown that about any abrasive that'll run through a dry blast unit, you can run through this unit as well, both dry and wet. This video is going to show you with us blasting with sodium bicarbonate, with walnut shell, with 36 garnet, and then a coarse coal slag.